Hi, it's Lisa. Today I have several photos that I want to scrap, and I have drawn out a 2-page sketch, but I'm actually only going to use 1 page out of the 2-pager. This is one that you could do really either page. If you slid the title over here, this would work as a single page. I'm going to use this half of it, or you could use it together and get 6 or even more photos depending on how you break them down. I designed this though around the idea of using these Project Life cards as a basis for embellishment. This is the only Project Life stuff I have. If you don't count things, collections like some of the Simple Stories ones that have the little cards you can cut up, these are the only ones that I've bought specifically for the cards. And I got them the other day at Walmart. I went in looking for some adhesive, and I went to my usual spot where the adhesive is, and there was no adhesive. There was all this We Are Memory Keeper stuff, and after I got to browsing, I thought, oh, this is some really nice colors and generic things. And I had looked at Project Life cards before, but I just hadn't found any that in a small pack that wouldn't cost me a fortune to experiment with. So these were, I think, $1.77 for 18 cards, and they're a very good quality card, and a lot of them, as I said, very generic that I can use on a lot of different things. So I'm going to use them on a layout with photos from my husband's family. He went to visit them earlier this year, and he doesn't take tons of photos. I've gotten him to where he takes at least a few, so I don't really have enough for a 2-pager, but I've got enough to do a good 1-page layout. And I'm going to pick some cards to go with my photos, and then we're also going to use some Simple Stories stuff here. These I've had out numerous times because I've got stickers, and they're, again, very general stickers that I can use for a lot of different things. And I may try to work some of the alpha in here this time as well. I have some paper from the collectible collection because the sketch has some border stickers around the bottom, or border around the bottom. But the main thing we're going to do here are the Project Life cards, and then use those as a basis for embellishment with lots of extra things here to put on the cards, maybe some trim as well. I'm picking the portrait-oriented cards, since that's the way that I have all these embellishment groups set up. You could do the same thing, of course, with the ones turned in a landscape kind of fashion. And I'm mainly going through here with just ones that I like and the color scheme that I think works really well. I'm going to try some of these out. My background paper is some wood grain from Family Circus from Fancy Pants. I thought the dark wood grain really set off the colors in these cards. And it's a good color to go with all the photos. I like that sunshine up there at the top, but I really need a little bit more journaling room. So that other card gives me a little bit more space for journaling. And I really like that check paper too, but it's a little busy. So I think I'm going to use some little plainer papers. Now this, I'm going to use some washi tape. And I had a question about where I got this container for the washi tape. I've had this over 10 years. I've used it for other things. I don't remember where I got it. Probably Sears, because I think it came from a tool department. When I looked up the manufacturer of this particular case, they make tool storage. So I'm going to look the next time I go with my husband to one of those tool stores like Harbor Freight and stuff, and see if they have something similar. He says they do. And if I find something that's currently produced, I'll put it on my blog or in my videos so you can see. But if you're looking for that divided storage, I would try a tool company. Now I remember that I had the word family and chipboard from a collection. I'm going to have to put it on the screen. I cannot remember whose collection this is. It's from back in the spring. And I just went through all the rest of the chipboard and I didn't find anything else I liked. But this is the perfect place to use that word family. The black goes with the dark gray wood grain paper, and it just really worked here. And now I'm going through some stickers and stuff and looking to see what I want to add to my little journaling cards. I did end up rearranging the cards just a little bit, put the flowered one down there at the bottom and then the one with smile up at the top so I'd have a little more room for the journaling. And I'll have my husband actually do the writing here and identify all the people. I know most of them. I don't know all the children's names. So I'll do that after the page is completed. Let him fill those in. Now I'm going to get my head in the way a little bit here because there's not really any other way to do it without and get these things on there fairly straight. I haven't been using my basic gray mat as much as I could be. In this case, I just sort of eyeballed things, making sure I'm leaving enough room for the journaling cards. And those can overlap a little bit too. The only thing I wished when I got the page done was that that striped paper, I had pulled it down some because you don't end up seeing very much of it. Most of it got lost. I could have had it come down a little bit lower on the page and you would have seen it. Now, I did pick some washi. I had this yellow chevron, and when it's on the roll, it looks like a check because there's multiple layers of it. So I tried doing that on top of the other paper, but I guess because that red background is so dark, that just didn't work. It didn't even kind of staggering it, turning it around, nothing that I worked created the same kind of check look that it has when it's on the roll. So we just have a chevron. And then my favorite washi tape ever, I think it came from Basil, I'm not sure, but it's this aqua wood grain. It's the very first one I bought. I'm still not out of it no matter how many projects I've used it on. I think washi will be with me forever. Has anybody ever used up a whole roll of it? I just can't. I can't seem to use it all up. All right, and got a few little wood pieces here. Those little people and some hearts and arrows. I do know I want to use some of this flair, this home-themed flair. My husband's going back to his sister's house. Was not his home growing up, but it's still back home to him, back to the area that he is from. I'm going to pick out a few more stickers. And I feel like I need something there in the lower right-hand corner. It's kind of empty. So I went back to my cards to see if there was something I could cut out of the cards. And I got to this one about pictures with a little camera, and the colors were perfect. So I just turned it on its side, which is the way it's oriented to go, and that filled in the gap. Now I've added a paper clip to this one card, and that's giving it a little dimension, so I just went ahead and added some dimensional adhesive to pop that up a little. Right, I've added a few stickers from those Simple Stories packs and working on the title. I really wanted to put Family Time, but I didn't have the letters. But I can do Family FaceTime if I do face out of the red letters and then the word time in smaller print out of the blue letters or the aqua letters. And I'm going to sort of put these on there quickly, and I'll have to go back and tidy them up a little bit. Now I feel like I need a little yellow on that one card, and maybe taking the blue up to the top just a little bit. So just kind of making sure each of those, that red, yellow, and aqua colors are in all the cards. I also wanted to use the little people. I have a little man and a little woman. The main reason my husband visits is to see his sister. He likes to see the rest of the family too, but he really spends time with his sister, so I thought I'd do the man and the woman wood cuts, and I've put those over the top of the word pictures. I went through Chamel stickers, didn't find anything there that really worked with this. They were a little too large for this particular layout. I did find some trim that I thought would add some dimension to that one card down there at the bottom with the title on it. And I'm going to tuck a little bit of washi tape, same one that I used at the bottom, to add a little yellow to that one card. Okay, our page is all finished. This is the one-page version of the sketch with some embellishments, and I didn't, I just sort of placed the items here, and then I started moving things. I really didn't end up with them quite where I had planned, but that was fine. The title ran over this a little bit. I ended up adding another card over here to balance this kind of heavy title on this side, and so we'll do some close-ups. You can see the paper clip and these items and a couple of stickers. We still have to write our journaling in, but the page went really fast. So thanks so much for watching. Check out my blog, and if you'll keep an eye out, there will be sketches. The one-page and the two-page version of this will be part of the sketchbook for 2014, and that'll be coming out in early January. So thank you again for tuning in, and I love to get your comments and feedbacks and thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks, bye.